Welcome to the Peak, where becoming your best self is our goal. I'm Mike Mittman. On this week's episode, why the Girl Scouts instill character, courage, and confidence, and how this professional baseball player knew it was time to take action for his shoulder pain, and a member of the ASR team learns a new skill. All that and more on the Peak. It's important to keep the kids busy this summer. Here are some ways for them to have fun.
Feel like your kids deserve some overdue fun? Let's check out these thrilling and educational ideas. Dorney Park is open in navigating the new norms that have been set in place with strict health, safety, and hygiene protocols to protect its vendors, associates, and guests. To enjoy a fun day at the park, make sure you reserve your spot online and bring a mask. Once you've safely entered the park, then it's time to have some fun. Did you know Dorney is home to 7 roller coasters? Each of these adrenaline-rushing rides has a different experience, from pint-sized starters like Woodstock Express to the 205-foot plunge on Steel Force. Classics like the swing ride or a merry-go-round will surely create smiles and laughter for all. Planet Snoopy is a great stop for younger children, and even though the kiddie rides may not be tall and fast, they are sure to bring big thrills for even the smallest of riders. There is something here at Dorney Park for everyone to get out, have fun, and enjoy. The Wildlands Conservancy Summer Camp team is bringing all the fun, adventure, and wonder of nature right in your home. This sought-after experience will excite and engage users through live and interactive videos, hands-on kits, and get outdoors activities. Camp to You is a kid-centered, nature-focused experience that fosters a greater connection with nature that you can do right at home. The camp is held virtually by age-level sessions ranging from pre-K to 6th grade and up. Each session includes camp-filled days focused on being outside, live and interactive video presentations, and hands-on activity kits, just to name a few. This is a great way for kids to learn about nature and have fun while doing so. I'm Katie, and that was a peek at the Valley.
You know, I love playing with my grandchildren, and these are all great ideas to keep them busy. Up next, what the Girl Scouts of Eastern Pennsylvania are up to.
Growing up in the world that we live in, Girl Scouts was always like a beacon of light for me. An all-girls environment where I could be expressive of myself and expressive of everything that I am, and having that positive environment going into my future has taught me so many things that are honestly intangible. I am who I am today because of it.
I love the Girl Scouts because the mission is definitely to build girls with courage, confidence, and character. And I know we all talk about the 3 C's, but you actually get to see it and experience it as a Girl Scout leader.
I wanted to become a troop leader to encourage our girls to explore more opportunities. Also just to be able to do things in a safe environment where they feel comfortable trying and not worrying about failing.
We do have a lot of STEM activities, and that encourages a lot of girls to go into STEM. In fact, my youngest daughter is going to go for civil engineering.
Entrepreneurship is important for Girl Scouts to work on communication skills, understanding their customers.
During the cookie season, it helps them to know that even if someone tells you no, that just stand back up and try again, because one no doesn't mean no forever.
Working with a team is crucial. Throughout your entire life, you come into experiences where you have to be able to work with other people. You have to be able to trust your team and trust your sisters, which Girl Scouts has really taught me.
Giving our girls opportunities to explore the outdoors. They can try anything and do anything if they set their minds to it.
I've had to learn survival skills. I've climbed literal rocks. It's something without Girl Scouts I wouldn't even imagine doing.
I aim to teach my girls that the sky's the limit. If you sit back sometimes and let the girls take lead, they will.
You get to impact more than just yourself. You get to impact an entire population of girls. It makes me feel ecstatic to be a leader.
I think the biggest surprise was watching adults listen to my girls, getting to experience them grow up and work closely with them. I really feel like they're my girls.
It's what made me. Being a Girl Scout is what made me me. I'm so glad to be me because I'm a confident person. I'm a courageous person who would do pretty much anything and not be afraid to. I have a character that's unlike many people I know. Girl Scouts has let me be who I am with no judgments and challenges you to become the best version of yourself that you can be.
The Girl Scouts is such a great program for young women. Coming up, we'll take a look at this Hall of Famer and how he got his shoulder back in working condition. Stay tuned. This is The Peak. After suffering 20 years of shoulder pain, Hall of Famer Steve Carlton knew it was time to take action. Check this out.
My name is Steve Carlton. Went in the Hall of Fame as a Philly in 1994. I had about 20 years I was in pain after my career. I was experiencing a lot of jamming pain in my shoulder from pitching all those years, and it just kept deteriorating. I got introduced to Dr. Carolyn and was telling my problems. I want to quit golf. There's always celebrity tournaments. The Phillies have a celebrity reunion thing that requires golf, so I kind of got to play.
I first met Steve Carlton approximately 4 or 5 years ago when he came to St. Luke's for a executive physical, and they had asked me to come see him because during that process he was complaining of some shoulder pain. His left shoulder was very limited with range of motion, with strength, and he really could not use it very much. And he had pretty advanced arthritis of his shoulder to the point where he was developing a deformity that was very hard to reconstruct.
Everything was pain, backwards, forwards, everywhere. Every part of the range of motion was painful.
So we evaluated him. I utilized a software planning program we have. I was able to reconstruct his shoulder with augmented base plates to correct for his deformity. We planned his procedure out, and we were able to perform a total shoulder replacement, except you reverse the ball and socket. It's a way to allow these shoulders, A, to be reconstructed, and it allows the shoulder to function by tricking the deltoid muscle into working better. He was using mostly his shoulder blade moving on his thoracic cage in order to get any kind of motion out of that shoulder.
Dr. Carolyn was magnificent. The whole operation, the time it took and the recovery time, he did an excellent job. Top of his game. Because mine was frozen. Because a normal operation takes a little over an hour. Mine was about an hour and a half or a little bit more. But the recovery was very quick. 3 weeks I was having the sling off and then put it on at night so you don't roll over on that new operation because that's still healing in there. My workouts, my range of motion is getting better. I mean, it's going to take a while to get, because I was looking for external rotation for my golf swing. I made some great gains. I love St. Luke's, I love the people we work with here, and thanks to Dr. Carolyn, I'm back to golfing. I'm getting better. I'm getting better every day. Very thankful to St. Luke's. All good experiences.
I feel very good that I'm able to help my community, and now beyond my community, achieve success and enjoy life.
Joining me is Chris Fisher. He's a board-certified clinical specialist and facility director at physical therapy with St. Luke's. Chris, thanks for being here.
Thanks for having me, Ashley. Great to be here today.
Tell me a little bit about when you got involved and interested in the field of physical therapy. What drew you in?
So I knew out of high school I wanted to do something in the sports medicine world and realm of things. And after many years of observation and studying and figuring it out, I landed here. And then, after I became a physical therapist, I then became board certified in sports physical therapy then.
What sorts of things do you see? What kind of ailments do you treat? And really, how do you approach your patients?
I see, a wide range of injuries and impairments, ranging from shoulder, knee, ankle, hip injuries. I may see things from the geriatric population who may have just gotten a total knee replacement to the pitcher on the baseball team who had a slap repair, which is a labral repair of the shoulder.
You mentioned the shoulder, and I know that a lot of people have shoulder issues. What are some common exercises or activities that might exacerbate a shoulder? And when does someone know that they really need to come see you and get physical therapy help? If
people are noticing that they are reaching overhead, reaching behind their back, having trouble sleeping at night because of pain, those are all things and movements that may cause cause pain, that's probably an answer to you and telling you that you need to seek some help and try to, see what direction you need to go in to help with the issues that you're having with the pain.
When a patient comes to see you, sometimes they've been referred to by a physician and sometimes they've come in for direct access. How do you work with the team at St. Luke's to help patients get that full comprehensive care that they might need in their recovery process?
Some people come directly to us without the physician's referral. We can evaluate them, look at them, many times treat them and help them before they even need to go all the way to orthopedic surgery. And, if it's something that we, see as not good or throwing a red flag or something we may not be able to help with, we're able to work with the team and work with the orthopedic surgeons and get a referral to them pretty quickly and make sure that we do right by the patient.
How often does someone need to see you guys before and possibly after surgery? Do you see them through that whole spectrum of care?
Yeah, many times it's before and after. Sometimes if they are getting surgery and we know that they are, we may just see them for 1 to 2 visits sometimes preoperatively to help them get ready for surgery and, to be better prepared for after surgery. There are some people, unfortunately, that we do see before surgery that fail conservative treatment and sometimes have to go get surgery, and then we'll get them afterwards.
Often people will suffer with a nagging pain or something that they do a workaround and they don't realize how bothered they are. What do you want to say to patients out there about the power of physical therapy and how you and your team at St. Luke's can really help them to not have to live with that inconvenience or that pain?
Yeah, a lot of pain that people experience with their joints and musculoskeletal pain can be addressed through physical therapy. They don't need necessarily the surgical intervention or the big scary stuff that people think of that no one wants to go through. And a lot of it we can address here in the clinic before we even need to discuss higher levels of care, just because of how the body works. The body is a chain, and it's what we call a biomechanical chain, and we're a bunch of lever arms. And if something's thrown off, it's going to affect somewhere else in our body. And that's really what we address. It's just not come in and do exercise. Some people may think it is. It's a lot more than that. A lot more that goes into it that we can help people with.
Excellent. Well, Chris Fisher, thank you so much for joining us. Thanks for telling us a little bit more about what physical therapy at St. Luke's is doing to help keep patients healthy and safe during this time. Thanks for being here.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Stay tuned. This is The Peak.
Our community is full of artists, entrepreneurs, and business leaders. Let's hear from one of our own why the Lehigh Valley is such a great place to live.
Ken Sidlow. I'm being joined by one of my oldest friends, my first person who trusted me with TV and media in the Lehigh Valley. So it's so nice to have you here on the podcast. Welcome.
Thank you, Ashley. And I'm trusting you for this too.
This
is my first podcast.
Oh, that's exciting. Yeah. I'm good. Well, we have wine here, so take
always,
a sip of wine. That's good. Cheers.
Wine is always good.
Yep, with our little glasses unscripted.
I know, these are awesome.
You like that?
I definitely want one.
You get to take one home for sure. I want to start at the very beginning. So you are the Chief Marketing Officer at St. Luke's University Health Network. When you take this job at St. Luke's, what do you think had been the thing you had learned that was most helpful in coming into this job? Because you'd been in a variety of positions, you'd been entrepreneurial, you're pretty artistic. What were you able to learn and take from those experiences that you brought to this job?
I think it goes back to that concept of storytelling. I had really started out more on the business development and planning side. My prior roles had been focused more on it was marketing, but a lot also mergers and acquisitions of new hospitals, new practices. And along the way, I saw that really came to see the importance of marketing in telling a business's story. I saw the need to use marketing as a way to make sure that the businesses I represent are heard, they're seen, they're remembered, and they're preferred.
And it's interesting because I think in your time, you very much made the star synonymous with St. Luke's. So you talk about a symbol that means something, and while we could talk about Moravian Star, the Star of Bethlehem. Really, that star, in many ways. I know it's a slightly different star, but it is quite synonymous with St. Luke's.
I think if you were to put that star out there, I think there have been surveys and there's been research that shows more people would first say St. Luke's these days than anything else. But I also look at making the stars from a different angle. To me, our physicians are still our stars. the focus has always been on that physician-patient relationship. It's not really the technology. We talk about technology, but the story is always about real physicians, real patients coming together and improving people's lives.
Yeah.
And everything else sort of is extra to that story and enhances that story. And I think if as long as we remember that, we'll continue to feed and strengthen our brand. If I were to draw the St. Luke's name with the star, they're not necessarily going to say, oh, that's a neighboring church. Right? They're going to think, no, that's St. Luke's, the hospital system. That's the more personal care provider. You know, they'll have the image of hopefully really powerful, caring, sympathetic, empathetic nurses and doctors who bring health care to them.
I love it. It's nice to see you light up about it. You can tell that you have such a passion for storytelling, and of course you've been so instrumental in the Peak TV and our trajectory and involvement in this community. Right? It is. Well, we try. We certainly try. Ken, thank you so much for being here.
My pleasure.
It's just an absolute pleasure to work with you and St. Luke's and the team, and we're so happy you're part of our podcast.
All right, thank you. Yeah,
okay, great having you.
My first podcast.
You survived. You did
All
great.
Right. All right. Thank you.
Great, Ken Sidlow. Thanks for being here.
Thank you.
For the full interview, visit youtube.com/thepeaktv. And don't forget to subscribe to Unscripted with Russo on Apple, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts.
How easy is it to learn a new skill? Take a look behind the scenes as Dakota learns how to use the Ronin.
Hey guys, so today's a very special day. I'm here at the office because I'm going to be learning one of our most noteworthy pieces of equipment, and that's the Ronin. The Ronin is a great camera stabilizer that we use at events, we use for our awesome slow-mo shots, and today I start day one of training with my first instructor, KP. Alright, now we got it all set up. We're gonna go outside and give it a test run.
Let's go! It's smooth and nice.
Smooth like butter.
Yep.
This is definitely a lot harder than I thought it was gonna be. Hopefully I'll get the hang of it soon. Okay, now that I wrapped up my last day of training with Dylan, time for me to do it on my own. And that's a wrap. Thank you guys so much for watching, and who knows, maybe you'll find me at an event with the Ronin someday. Okay, maybe not anytime soon. But if you enjoyed this video, make sure you follow us on social media for more fun, interactive content from the team.
And then you can lay her in her bed. Flip.
Okay.
Yeah. Ding ding. No. Ding ding ding.
Yay!
Great job, Dakota. I think you'll get the hang of it in no time. To learn more about anything on today's show, just go to our website, thepeaktv.com. Thanks for watching, and remember, every day is an opportunity to be your best self. This is The Peak.
Great.
Now, I may not be able to do it again. To keep them busy. You got 9 cars in the whole city, and they're all here now.
The Peak TV is a production of ASR Media.
Hey, it's Abby. Thanks for watching. Be sure to subscribe to our channel for more videos.
To see more of The Peak TV, check out our website, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and catch us on WFMZ Channel 69.